Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is the final race in the 2016 edition of NRLOA IROC. We are here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the most famed racetrack in the world, for a 20-lap race to finish out the season and crown a champion for 2016 in the NRLOA. There are only two drivers who have a chance at winning the championship, meaning that everybody else is mathematically eliminated coming into today's race. It's kind of unfortunate for all the rest of the guys, but for Cookie Helms and Elijah Gordon, both of those guys still have a chance at being the NRLOA champion for 2016. Of course, Cookie Helms, they all kind of called him the best driver in the NRLOA when he won the NRLOA Big One. He just wants to keep that title going for him. But for Elijah Gordon, it's kind of a surprise that he got in here. He's definitely been doing a great job in this year's event. He won the first two races of the season, and he definitely wants to win the championship after doing that. However, coming into this race, Cookie Helms is the points leader after winning the the last race here in NRLOA IROC 2 at Chicagoland. He has a 52 points and a 3-point lead on Elijah Gordon coming into the finale race for this year's NRLOA IROC event. Anyways, let's go ahead and get these guys to roll off here for the final race of the season. It is 20 laps of action here, so it's a little bit longer than it was last year, and that might definitely have an effect on who wins the championship here in NRLOA IROC 2. And also will have an effect on who wins the race. A lot of these guys trying to get a win near the end of the year here on Napa Fan. Matt Dalio and Trey Bartow, two of the most experienced drivers to ever race here on Napa Fan. They're both in Season 1 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, the first ever series I officially did. They start alongside each other on the front row here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Season 4 Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion, starting alongside the Season 3 Turkey Hill Series champion. Row number 2, we have the number 9 of Stuart Gratton, the Season 3 Napa Truck Series champion. He is going to start alongside the number 5 of Julian Quintero, the Season 2 Ortho Cup Series champion over on GMS Productions. And there he is, the points leader coming into today's race, the NRLOA Big One winner. That's why he got an invite to NRLOA IROC 2 for this year. And he is going to have a very good shot at winning this championship here today as he comes into today's race with a 3-point lead. That is Cookie Helms in the number 13. Starting alongside Tyler Salzman, who, if I'm not mistaken, will be his last race here in the NRLOA. And he's had a very, very accomplished career here on Napa Fan. An IndyCar champion, a Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion. He wants to end it on a high note and possibly get the win here today in that number 3 car. Cameron Garlington, the Haas IndyCar Series champion for season number 2, the 2016 season of that series. He's going to start 7th place alongside JT Hanley, the Verizon Pro Series champion on Alex Bongsinor's channel. Elijah Gordon, the only other guy who has a shot at winning the championship other than Cookie Helms, comes into this race 3 points behind the Throwback Cup Series champion, looking to play spoiler to the number 13. Season 1 Ortho Cup Series champion, Aaron Walpole Jr., the Monster Energy Super Truck Series champion, Grayson Acevedo, starting alongside the defending IROC champion, Austin Spencer. Then it's Dan Park, the DC Talk Cup Series champion, starting in last place. The pace car has pulled off, and NRLOA IROC 2 is ready to conclude here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 20 laps of action here at the Brickyard. Matt Dalio with the inside lane, trying to get the advantage on Trey Bartow. He has Stuart Gratton right behind him. It's the inside lane that gets the advantage here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, like most racetracks we go to. The interesting thing is, both of the championship contenders are starting on the inside lane, and they're both going to have a good shot at getting past the other guy in this race. Anyways, Matt Dalio remains out front in the number 2. Stuart Gratton right behind him in the number 9. And there he is, the points leader, Cookie Helms, currently running in 3rd position. Now, the interesting thing is, if Elijah Gordon finishes 2 positions ahead of Cookie Helms in the top 5, Elijah Gordon wins the championship. But if both Cookie Helms and Elijah Gordon are outside the top 5, And Elijah Gordon finishes 2 positions ahead of Cookie Helms, say in 6th place for Gordon and 8th place for Helms. Helms wins the championship. So it depends on where these guys finish. If they finish in the top 5, the points get a lot more spread out, but the closer you get down the field, the more closer they are. And if Elijah Gordon finishes ahead of Cookie Helms, it's going to determine where Helms and Gordon finishes on the racetrack. Anyways, Matt Dallio continues to hold on to the lead here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Cookie Helms trying to take it away from him. That is Cameron Garlington running in 3rd place, and the number 11 of Elijah Gordon running in 4th position, not too far behind from the number 13 of Cookie Helms. Stuart Gratton fell back to 5th position, and it's Dan Park who started in last. Trey Bartow, Tyler Selzman, Aaron Walpole Jr., Austin Spencer, and Grayson Acevedo side by side, then Julian Quintero and JT Hanley. The full running order right now here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Cameron Garlington looking to mix it up a little bit here for these championship contenders. Cookie Helms is going to get put on the outside. Elijah Gordon's going to have a chance at closing in on the number 13. If I'm not mistaken, Elijah Gordon won the HERS Elimination Series race here back in May. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did that. And Elijah Gordon definitely knows how to get it done here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He's going to push Cameron Garlington to 2nd place, and this is where things can really get interesting. Elijah Gordon getting around the number 13 of Cookie Helms, and Helms is falling back on the outside, and that means that Elijah Gordon is now in the championship lead here at Indianapolis. And just like that, Helms, he was in 2nd place. He's falling outside the top 5, and he might even fall outside the top 10 if he's not careful. That's what that outside lane can do to you here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Matt Dallio has no trouble right now in that number 2. He continues to dominate here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in that number 2 machine. And number 11 of Elijah Gordon won the first 2 races of this event at Daytona and Watkins Glen. He's been dominant so far here in IROC, but he's not the points leader coming into this race. That's Cookie Helms, who won last time at Chicagoland, yesterday at Chicagoland. But the number 11 would love to take the points lead back away from the 13 and get the championship in NRLOA IROC 2. He is closing in on Matt Dallio for the lead. Back in here, Dan Park is running in 3rd place right now. Trey Bartow moving his way through the field in the number 8. And here comes Tyler Selzman in his final ever race here in the NRLOA, moving his way into the top 5 around Stuart Gratton. Anyways, Elijah Gordon looking very strong in the number 11. Nobody has been able to unseat Matt Dallio from the lead so far in this one, but that number 11 might have a good shot at doing so. He's going to get a run to the inside heading into turn number 1. We're a quarter of the way through this race here at the Brickyard. Elijah Gordon to the inside of Matt Dallio for the lead on lap 6 of 20, and Elijah Gordon, the new leader here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And remember what I said, if either of these championship contenders win today, they also win the championship. And if Elijah Gordon wins, no matter where Cookie Helms finishes, that number 11 wins the NRLOA IROC Championship for 2016. Dan Park, another strong car here today at Indianapolis. He has moved his way up to 3rd place in the number 6, right behind the 2 of Matt Dallio. Trey Bartow's up to 4th place, and Tyler Selzman is right behind him in the number 3. Elijah Gordon continues to lead. Matt Dallio is going to try to get back to the inside of him and take the lead away from him here on lap 6 of 20, now lap 7 of 20. And Matt Dallio is going to put Elijah Gordon on the outside lane. Will Gordon find a hole to the inside? No, he won't. Tyler Selzman moving his way through the field in the number 3 as Dan Park goes for the lead to the inside of Matt Dallio. Now this is opportunity for Cookie Helms in the number 13 to surpass that number 11. And if Helms finishes ahead of Elijah Gordon, Cookie Helms wins the championship, but it's not that way for Elijah Gordon. Of course, if Elijah Gordon wins the race, he wins the championship. But now, Cookie Helms is back in the championship lead as Elijah Gordon falls back on the outside. It is amazing how fast one can fall back here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You see Matt Dallio, he was going for the lead just a lap ago, and already outside the top 5 here at Indianapolis on that outside lane. It looks like both these guys are going to fall back to the end of the pack. And they're going to have to work their way through the pack once again if they want to get back up front in this one. Elijah Gordon now last on the racetrack. Tyler Selzman has taken the lead here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in his final ever race. He came very close to winning at Watkins Glen. If he were to do so, he might still be in this championship hunt. But unfortunately, he did not get the win at Watkins Glen. He finished second, and he crashed at Chicagoland, so he's not in the championship battle. But that does not mean that he cannot win this race here today. Tyler Selzman trying to get his 14th career win on Napa Fan in his final ever race on this channel, and he is currently leading in the number 3. Stuart Gratton runs in second place. Austin Spencer, the defending NRLOA IROC champion, comes into this race last in the point standings. But he won 2 races here in IROC last year. He'd like to get another one here in the second edition of this event. Dan Park running in 4th position. And Cookie Helms has fallen back on the outside yet again. However, he still remains in the points lead at the moment. But if Elijah Gordon moves up 2 more positions, Gordon would take the points lead away from Helms. Now, Elijah Gordon does hold the tiebreaker on Cookie Helms. So if Elijah Gordon and Cookie Helms were to tie in the point standings, Elijah Gordon would win the championship. But this is fascinating back in here because Elijah Gordon getting stuck on the outside once again. Gordon and Helms are now the last 2 cars on the racetrack. And Helms remains in the championship lead for NRLOA IROC 2. Running in 12th place right now is the 13 of Cookie Helms, the number 11 of Elijah Gordon. The only guy who can surpass him in the point standings at the end of this race, the championship race, running in 13th right behind them. There's still plenty of time for those guys to move their way through the field, but it's going to be very interesting to see what they can do. Tyler Selzman in the number 3, pulling away from the rest of the field. He's going to lead it at the halfway mark here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Austin Spencer to the inside of Stuart Gratton for second place. Aaron Walpole Jr., the Ortho Cup Series champion. Cameron Garlington here in the number 7. Oh boy, they're going to go 3 wide. You definitely got to be careful going 3 wide any place here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 3 wide here is like 4 wide at Daytona. Spencer's going to fall back in the number 1. We're going to go back here and follow with Helms and Gordon, and they are still 12th and 13th on the racetrack. The last 2 positions on the racetrack for those guys back in there. All these guys are in this big pack here, and then you got Tyler Selzman a little ways ahead of the rest of the field in the number 3. Cameron Garlington runs in second place. Stuart Gratton, Julian Quintero, Dan Park, the top 5. Helms is going to surpass Grayson Acevedo and Austin Spencer. Elijah Gordon is right behind the guy he is trying to beat in the points. Cookie Helms is going to surpass both the 1 and the 13, but you got to be careful to not get on that outside lane and allow Elijah Gordon to get around you. And Gordon almost got into JT Hanley exiting turn 2. Hanley is going to get around the 11. And Helms is pulling away a little bit from this number 11 machine of Elijah Gordon. Very fascinating points battle going on here. If Cookie Helms finishes ahead of Elijah Gordon, Helms wins the championship. You see Gordon almost getting into Hanley again. He is very anxious to get around that number 10 machine. Gordon's now going to get a run to the inside of Matt Dallio. Or is he? Not quite yet, I don't think. No, he is going to get a run to the inside, but Cookie Helms is pulling away in the 13. Helms gets into the 4 of Aaron Walpole Jr. And that could have been devastating for the number 13, but fortunately he saved it. Elijah Gordon looking to get a run to the inside of the 13. There's a great points battle going on here in Indianapolis in the final race of NRLOA IROC 2. Elijah Gordon is going to get to the inside of Cookie Helms and surpass him. Now the 11 needs to finish. If he's going to finish back in here, he's going to have to finish at least 3 positions ahead of Cookie Helms. Helms is falling back into number 13. Gordon is going to try to get around Aaron Walpole Jr. At the moment, Cookie Helms would still win the championship. He is still the championship leader, but if Elijah Gordon moves up 2 more positions, Gordon would be the championship leader. Gordon is going to get around Cameron Garlington here. I do believe that is for 6th place. Cookie Helms is also going to get around Cameron Garlington. These guys are really close to each other, aren't they? Moving their way through the field, Elijah Gordon is going to also push Aaron Walpole Jr. around Julian Quintero. Now, when we get into the top 5, Elijah Gordon does not need to finish as many positions ahead as he would if they finished back in the pack. Elijah Gordon moving up the 5th position. Cookie Helms still battling with Julian Quintero. Quintero is going to remain ahead of the 13. And Gordon, I do believe at this point, 21, 17, 14, 12, 10. He got 10 points there in the number 11. He still is not the championship leader because Cookie Helms would get 8 points for finishing where he is right now. But Elijah Gordon is to the inside of Aaron Walpole Jr. He got around Dan Park, and now Elijah Gordon's the championship leader. Tell me how quickly it changes here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for this championship battle. Where's Cookie Helms? He's on the inside. He still has a great shot at getting this thing, but Elijah Gordon is ahead of him in the number 11. But Gordon getting into Aaron Walpole Jr. there. That could have been big as well. But Elijah Gordon, he needs to be careful getting around these guys, because if he crashes, that is it. Cookie Helms is going to win this thing. Now, Gordon was not able to get around Walpole Jr., and he better be careful to not allow Dan Park to get to the inside of him. Cookie Helms just got into the outside wall. The 13's going to fall back on the outside. Gratton's going to get around him. JT Hanley's right behind him in the 10. He almost came close to spinning him, but it did not happen, and Cookie Helms is still in this thing somehow in the number 13. But Elijah Gordon, he's got a battle going on right now with Dan Park. However, he is on the inside lane, so he should have the advantage. While all this is going on, Tyler Selzman continues to lead in the number 3. However, Trey Bartow is closing in on him here in the number 8. If I'm not mistaken, Trey Bartow won here in Indianapolis in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series season number 1. It's quite a while ago, but he's won here in Indianapolis before as well. There goes Elijah Gordon. He is going to take 3rd away from Aaron Walpole Jr., and he is still in the championship lead right now in that number 11. However, Cookie Helms is not too far behind. He is currently running in 7th position. Drafting the number 9 of Stuart Gratton on an inside lane. We are closing down to the finish of this one here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the finish of the season here in NRLOA IROC 2. And a good battle for the lead. Trey Bartow closing in on the 3 of Tyler Selzman, but Selzman with a great run off of turn 4 to remain out front here in Indianapolis. Gordon in 3rd. Cookie Helms trying to take 6th away from the number 7 of Aaron Walpole Jr. Not able to get to the inside of him. It's getting a little bit harder to pass for these guys. And that number Walpole Jr. is in the outside wall. That's going to allow the 13 to get to the inside of him and take 6th. But Helms is wide, and that might allow Dalio to get to the inside of him. If Dalio gets to the inside of Cookie Helms, I think this thing is over. And Dalio with a run to the inside of the 13. Helms is going to get stuck on the outside once again, and Elijah Gordon is still in 3rd position. Helms is falling back in the number 13. But Elijah Gordon holds his ground in 3rd position. Great race for the lead. Trey Bartow trying to get to the inside of Tyler Selzman. Not able to do it. Selzman remains out front in the number 3. Will Tyler Selzman in his final ever race here in the NRLOA get the victory in Indianapolis? It might be on Trey Bartow's mind right now. But Bartow would love to get the win as well. He's going to feel good either way. To the inside of Selzman he goes. Will he get the advantage? Elijah Gordon is going to get passed here by Dan Park with only 1.5 laps to go. Trey Bartow to the inside of Tyler Selzman for the lead, and it's going to be the number 8 of Trey Bartow, who's going to take the white flag here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in NRLOA IROC 2. 1 lap to go here at the Brickyard for Trey Bartow in the number 8. Tyler Selzman, he's going to try to get a run to the inside of him, though. He's going to get a run in that number 3 on the 8 of Trey Bartow. Will Selzman be able to do it? Just going to have to see right now. Elijah Gordon trying to take fourth away from Stuart Gretton. Elijah Gordon still in the championship position. It's looking like the 11 will be the champion for 2016. Will Selzman get to the inside of Trey Bartow? Can't quite get there yet. Bartow's a little wide through turn 3, but I think the number 8 is going to deny the number 3 in this one. The Season 3 Turkey Hill Series champion late in the going is going to get the win here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Trey Bartow wins at the Brickyard, and Elijah Gordon has won the NRLOA IROC 2 Championship in the number 11. He finishes in 4th position. He finishes 3 positions ahead of Cookie Helms. Elijah Gordon will definitely have the points lead as he is in the top 5, getting some extra points compared to the number 13 of Cookie Helms. Elijah Gordon, the NRLOA IROC 2 champion for 2016. He is your NRLOA champion for 2016 as well. But Cookie Helms, or Trey Bartow in the number 8. Cookie Helms definitely put on a very good run here near the end of the season, winning that race at Chicagoland. But he just came up short in that number 13. It's a tough break for Cookie Helms. But Trey Bartow in the number 8 gets the victory ahead of Tyler Selzman in his final ever race. You still have to hand it to Tyler Selzman. A great second place finish here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in his final ever race. And he's definitely had one heck of a career here on Napa Fan especially. And we're definitely going to miss him here racing in the NRLOA. Cheers to you, mate. I hope everything goes well in your life. But there's your champion. Elijah Gordon in the number 11 wins the 2016 NRLOA IROC Championship. And that was a nice race here. Caution-free. Everybody finished on the lead lap, how it should be in every single race. But sometimes they do crash, sometimes they don't. And this is one where they didn't. And Trey Bartow got the victory here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Elijah Gordon clinches the championship in the number 11. It was Trey Bartow, Tyler Selzman, Dan Park, Elijah Gordon, Stuart Gretton, Grayson Acevedo, Cookie Helms, Matt Delio, J.T. Hanley, Julian Quintero, Cameron Garlington, Austin Spencer, and Aaron Walpole Jr., the top 13 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the final race in the 2016 edition of NRLOA IROC. Anyways, tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all you guys watching. Tomorrow you guys will see the Christmas Eve 500 and the Santa Claus 100, and head over to my second channel for qualifying for the Santa Claus 100. I will be doing qualifying for that because it's a short track and want to have some sort of variable there in that division, I guess. I don't know. What am I talking about? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, I do know for sure that Elijah Gordon is the NRLOA IROC 2 champion, so congratulations to him on getting the championship here in this year's event, and Trey Bartow getting the victory in the final race of the season. So thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Trey Bartow and Elijah Gordon, your 2016 NRLOA IROC championship. So here are the final point standings for NRLOA IROC 2. And that is it for me. I will see you guys later.
Gonna leave my fear behind. Already made up my mind. And I'm not gonna waste my time. No, I'm not gonna waste my time.